Yep.
Steve?
Okay,
Everybody on board?
Yes, sir.
All right, Captain.
I'd like to call the April 2nd, 2020 Wilton Town Board meeting to order. Welcome all. This is our first time doing this, so be patient with us. I'd like to start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
of the United States of
States of
America,
America, and
to
to
the
the
republic
republic for which it stands,
stands
one nation, under God,
visible,
indivisible, with
liberty,
liberty and justice for all.
For the time being, I would like to suspend the normal practice of public comment. Would anyone care to make a motion?
I'll make the motion. We suspend all public comment for today's meeting, April 2nd.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Sorry, who seconded?
Right.
Ray.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous? Pass. Got to approve last month's spending minutes. We need a motion and second.
Make a motion to approve last month's meeting minutes.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
John, can we squeeze a roll call in there real quick?
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Do roll call.
All right, Supervisor Lant,
Here.
Deputy Supervisor McEachran,
Here.
Councilman Bogardus,
Here.
Councilwoman Colligan,
Here.
Councilman O'Connor.
Here.
You. All right.
All set?
Yes, thank you.
All right, we have two people who like to resign from the Ethics Board. Michael Coleman, effective 2/18/20, and Charles Hodson, effective 3/15/20. And I'd like to thank them both. They both did a great job. I need a motion in a second.
Going to make a motion to accept those resignations.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passed. Mrs. Moran, would you give the controller's report, please?
So the first six items that you have before you are the budget transfers that we're doing for the items that require funding from the accounts that have a surplus to the accounts that need money. Pretty much all of them are related to the COVID workforce reduction. So we purchased a set of laptops for our employees so that they could work from home as per the governor's mandate. Also, we have Pat Brennan in to help us with some of the bookkeeping functions while another employee is out sick. So we are presenting this before you for approval.
Make a motion, we accept the budget transfers 1 through 6 on the controller's report.
I'll second that.
All in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Passed.
The next section is related to personnel. And as I had just mentioned, Pat Brennan has retired from the town, but is currently working with us on a temporary and occasional basis just to help with that essential function of, check writing. I would like to ask Pat to continue to work with us maybe once a week or so during this time so that we can continue to perform this duty.
You want to make a motion?
So moved.
Second?
I'll
All in
second it.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Passed.
The second item under personnel is that we have an employee who is generously offering his unused vacation leave to help another employee who is about to run out of sick leave while she is still sick and recovering. So this will enable her to use his sick leave while she is out sick.
I'll make a motion that we allow the employee to donate, 65 hours
Yep.
to the employee who's running out of time.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
One.
Thank you. The Next item on personnel is Highway Superintendent Woodcock would like approval to make the following personnel changes. They would be effective April 14th if the board approves them. First, he would like to fill the full-time MEO position that was vacated last month by David Locke with Jason Urbanowitz. Jason is currently a full-time laborer earning $15.84 an hour. The requested rate of pay for Mr. Urbanowitz when he is, with permission, accepted as an MEO would be step 1 at $19.30 an hour.
Does he meet the qualifications for an MEO?
Yes.
Okay.
The second part of that,
As a liaison, think. Mr. O'Connor.
It's okay with me. I spoke with Kirkland earlier today, as a matter of fact.
Don't we all?
I didn't.
Lucky, oops.
You want to make the motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the highway superintendent's recommendation.
I'll second.
In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Done.
the next item that Kirk Woodcock would like to do is he would like to fill the full-time laborer position that was just vacated by Jason Urbanowitz with Charles Merchant, who's currently a seasonal employee. And currently, Mr. Merchant is earning $15.75 an hour. The requested rate of pay for Mr. Merchant would be a laborer step 2 at $16.16. The reason why step 2 was requested is that the step 1 would be below the rate that he's earning now. So they wanted to give him a rate that would be a little bit more than what he's currently earning as a wingman.
But he's part-time, correct, currently?
Right, right.
In
So
the
now
sense-
he would be,
In the sense if we hired him on full-time at entry level, he would actually be making more money than he did as part-time.
mathematically, yes, yes, absolutely.
I would support it if we do an entry level, level 1.
And we do it at the same level, 1575.
Correct. Or the same pay he's getting.
Right, that's what I think.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, the step schedule, there's not a 1575 step schedule. So step 1 would be something less than 1575. But he would be getting benefits. So there's a trade-off.
Again, my position is he's coming from part-time to full-time. And I think we should go with entry level step 1
Well,
myself.
do we know what the entry level step 1 is before?
So base rate is, I believe, 14 some odd per hour. Again, he would be getting benefits, so there is a trade-off. There is, a benefit to him. Even if he goes in at base rate, he's still getting the benefit of
Correct.
having health benefits, retirement.
Right. So he's actually making out more than he currently is with benefits and retirement.
That is
and
correct.
a lower rate of pay, but we're actually paying for his benefits.
Correct.
So again, that
Yes.
reaffirms my position.
Excellent.
Mr. O'Connor?
I'm okay with that recommendation. The only thing I would say is that if that we give the highway superintendent the opportunity to review the employee's performance, and if his performance warrants moving him up to a higher grade, that we consider it at the time.
Thank you, Ray.
Okay.
So the motion is going to be made by Councilman Bogardus at that rate?
No,
At the base rate.
mine was step 1. My motion was step 1.
Did you want step 1 or base rate?
Or whatever entry,
Okay, entry would be base rate.
they're asking for step 2, correct? Or no,
Yes.
step 1?
They're asking for step 2 at $16.16 an hour.
I would compromise at step 1 rather than entry.
Okay,
I think that's fair.
So do we need to vote on that, not the 1616?
correct.
All right, so I assume Councilman Bogardus is going to make that motion?
That is correct. I make a motion that we hire Mr. Urbanowitz at, oh
No,
no,
not
I'm sorry,
Mr.
Charles Merchant at the step 1, not step 2 hiring rate.
I'll second.
Thank you.
In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You opposed? Done.
All right, the last two items are under the category of other, and the first one is just informational. The town is currently working with FEMA to determine eligible expenses for the potential federal reimbursement for the windstorm that we had back in October. So we're in the process of getting those costs determined, and we're working with FEMA actively with that right now. And then in addition, the federal government did declare the COVID-19 a federal disaster. So we are, starting that whole process with FEMA. We just listened to the applicant briefing that was offered online, and we got some information, and we'll be in touch with FEMA related to that. The second item does require a board vote. Mark Mikens, who is the building inspector, has requested that the board approve a waiver for possible future renewal fees for the target project. So it's a specific commercial renewal fee that he is looking to waive if it comes up that it needs to be waived. The concern is on the part of Target that the project is so large and complex, and now with COVID-19 and the uncertainty surrounding construction availability, that the project might be taking a little bit longer than it would have. So they didn't want to have to pay a renewal fee. They just gave us a check in excess of $33,000 right now for their commercial fee. So Mark is actually requesting that if it does come up that we do need to renew it, that the fee for the renewal is waived. And it's just for this project.
I'll make a motion, we waive the renewal fee for Target on a one-time basis.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you.
We do an all in favor on that?
Anybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just got something to say to all our residents. During this national, worldwide virus crisis, it has always been my main goal, and I know the rest of the town board members, not just during this virus, but as always, but mainly now, our main concern is the safety and welfare of all town residents and our employees. That's number one. Wish everybody would go to our website, and there's tips on there how to keep safe. If your neighbors or friends don't have a computer, please share this with them. The main way to keep safe is, if possible, stay home with your loved ones. If you have to go out, distance yourself. Also on our website, there's a reverse 911. All residents, and help your neighbors and friends to sign up for this through your home phone and cell phones. And then if there's an important message from the town or county, everybody would get it at once. I'd like to thank all the residents for their patience with the town during this difficult time. We're down to less than half of our workforce. And it's stopping us from getting certain things done. The storm pickup is in process. We're trying other things to try and get it done sooner. We're working on that right now. I know there's projects going on. Our engineers is trying to get the zoning and planning meetings set up the same way we're doing now, so people can get things done. And, we're all in this together. Officials, residents, we all have to do this as a team. We will get through this. And I also like to thank the town employees that are working for stepping up and going above and beyond their regular duties so our town can keep running. They're all doing a great job. I'm there every day with them. Like I said, we all got to do this as a team. So in the time being, I hope everybody keeps safe, and God bless all. Anybody else got anything to add?
John, if I could, I was speaking with Mike Mooney, the director of the Water and Sewer Authority, earlier this week. And, they've been working on a special district along Davidson Drive.
Right.
And they have to have a public hearing that is hosted by the town board. And Mike asked me if we could set a date either in May or in June. Probably June would be better. We might actually be in a position where we can host that meeting live, but if not, we can do it by teleconference as we've done this evening. But I wanted to see if anybody had an objection to setting a public hearing for the,
You want to set it up the town board meeting night?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Could I make a comment on that?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
So my comment is this: it's not crystal clear that the authority actually needs to have town board approval and public hearing for what it wants to do with that extension of that service. So I'm going to suggest, but I'm not going to suggest that you not set a public hearing. I'm just pointing it out for the board's benefit that it's not crystal clear that the process that needs to be followed requires that. If you want to set the public hearing, feel free. There's a chance that we may advise you before the public hearing that it's not necessary. That wouldn't mean you couldn't have it, only that it's not necessary.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, so if we could set that for,
I don't have a calendar. Does anybody got a calendar?
May
There's-
7th,
Okay.
or May or June are we doing?
why don't we
I
look
think-
at June?
June
June 4th.
4th. Yeah. We have a
Well,
motion to,
I'll make a motion to set that
What-
public date,
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
subject to council's recommendation about its necessity between now and then.
Great, no problem.
Second. Second.
I'll second it.
All right. And once again, to all residents, if you need any help from the town, please call the town hall and we will do whatever we can for you in our power.
Hey, John, I have one more thing I want to bring up real quick. I've been in contact with Robin from the senior center.
Yes.
She said they all seem to be doing pretty well. She's been calling them, doing some shopping. She's got lunch donated for them next Tuesday, but she is in need of to-go boxes, Jell-O cups, fruit cups, pudding cups. I've already put out some phone calls and feelers to supply those, try to help. But if anybody out there wants to supply to the senior center, we can carefully kind of package up some of those items and bring them there. She'll be packing things up. She'll be packing up meals on Wednesday of
All right,
next week.
Councilman Bogardus, can you put that on your shopping list tomorrow?
Absolutely. I do at the firehouse. I have those styrofoam meal to go boxes. I'm not sure how many we have. I'm willing to donate those from the fire department
Okay,
to the senior center.
thank you.
Yeah. Is that it, Aaron?
That's it on, yep, that's the last thing that's the only thing I need to say.
I just want to do a little follow-up with that is I've been working with Nancy Riley from the town. Her and I are involved in the RUOK program. Nancy has reached out to all the registered participants in the RUOK program. Again, some people have moved or changed addresses or phone numbers. Nancy was able to contact a lot of people. They are the ones that we've contacted have been self-sufficient and being supported by family members. At this point, we've had no requests for any additional assistance from the town for them. But Nancy is in constant contact with the RUOK program for the town of Wilton. And I want to thank her for that.
Great.
I want to thank all of you for doing a great job during all this bad time. That includes Mark and Ryan too. You all done a great job for the town residents.
Thank you,
John, is there
Ryan.
anything else you need us to do?
Give me a bigger bottle of aspirins.
Yeah.
It's not ibuprofen.
Correct.
By the way, shout out to Sue Baldwin for setting up our first ever
Yeah.
teleconference town board meeting. It went flawlessly.
Yes.
thank you.
Thanks, Sue.
Hey,
Oh, you're
and if I
welcome.
want to hold up my hand, I don't have to push the button.
All right. Anyone make a motion to end the meeting?
We can
I'll make
shake
a motion
hands.
to adjourn.
right?
Adjourn.
We can shake hands now?
High five.
Second.
Second.
All stay safe.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
everybody. Thank you.
Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank
Good
you.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks.
All right, Chief, put your wig on.